we had my brother. He always told us, "You got to get back. You got to get back to the big game." Got back to the big game, let our big brothers down again. So it kind of hurts. But we fought. So,
Coach, when their final drive, their final scoring drive, that same kid got the ball 7 or 8 times. How frustrating is it for you to know that guy's getting the ball and you just can't stop it?
Well, you know what? The good thing is those 3 big guys up front won't be back next year. So we'll take our chance with those guys next year. But no, it's kind of frustrating because the quarterback is a really good athlete, and he was able to be in the game the majority of the game today. I don't think 12 even went in the game at all. So now you had that dual threat with number 6, and you had to be honest with it and honor it. And a couple of times he got us, but because of him being such a good running quarterback, we had to be slow play him and just try to stick to our base, and we had to get out some stuff that we're more comfortable with.
Madison beat them during the regular season. Did you rely on that film much?
We tried to. We looked at it, but the last time I checked, Madison's line was a little bigger than ours also. But we just kept fighting, man, and that's only one thing that we're going to continue to do. Good Lord willing, I'll be back here next year, and we'll see what's happening again.
Coach, talk about you guys started off as a 12 seed. You guys pulled off some huge wins to get to this point. What would you then talk about the first half or the game in general? You guys battled with them. You were down 14-0, and then you rallied, tied up, and you had a chance to take the lead there late in the first half.
These guys showed great perseverance throughout the year, and so the thing that we always talk about with each other in the locker room, that it's a 48-minute game, and even if things don't go as well as we want to the first half, we believe that we're a second half team. And we were able to, and I told them, I said, if we can hold on to the fourth quarter, we're gonna have a chance. And we did up until the last drive. And just the credit to these guys and what they've done all year. Man, I'll go to bat with any of these guys. And good Lord willing, we have another 3 or 4 in here, but we'll be coming up with the second team on this press conference next year.
Coach, obviously not the result you wanted, but do you leave here a little more satisfied this year than the last 2, knowing what this team went through this season compared to the last 2 seasons?
Yes. You don't hear me ranting and raving about what we don't have and what everybody else has because of what they've overcome so far this year. So whatever we did today, it was a win-win for us because we weren't supposed to be even this far off. I mean, I look at the teams that we beat to get here. They had great records and things like that, but none of them had to start with what we had the adversity we had to go through and fight through.
Well, a year ago, I thought that 2 years from then, which would be next year, given the youth of your offensive line a year ago and how good they were coming along, I know you're going to have athletes. You're always going to have guys like these guys that can really play football. So what's the message for next year? What's your expectations for next year?
Next week, I'm going to beat the halls and get every big guy in that building to be a football player next year. We're going to get the biggest line. We're going to try to get all those big guys that are like doing things that they're not really using their time very well. We're going to ask them to come and join our squad and help us to get back in this position for next year, but be the team coming in second.
Coach, on that last drive, I'm wondering if perhaps they wore you down a little bit because that last drive was very similar to the drive against Hoban, where they just really run it down your throat, and Hoban looked tired in that last drive.
Yeah, they leaned on. I think they ran the ball 50 times, I think, today, or 40 times today. But I think they might have worn us down just with the straight size. I mean, our biggest lineman is number 99. His name is Pearson Baker, and Pearson's 235, and he's our nose. And I know everybody on that line is way bigger than that as far as weight is concerned. And so they probably had something to do with it, the attrition.
Okay, any more questions here?
Play of Aaron, Coach, was, especially once he started taking the Wildcat snaps, it definitely seemed to change the dynamic. What are you going to miss the most about it? Not just Aaron, but the entire senior class as well.
Man, they're testing on fortitude. These guys will be successful in whatever they attempt to do in life because they know how to persevere, and they know how to fight. They know how to continue to just keep working and keep chopping wood, keep chopping. And so I'm going to miss that part of them. But the thing that they told their brothers out there today is that they can get back here next year if they come to work in January. Because in January, when we get back from break, we'll start with winter workouts. And that's where you build for this moments. And I'm going to miss that with these guys, but I'm going to be so happy to get to watch them on Saturdays next year. Any other questions?
We all set?
Thank
All
you
right,
very much for
great
having
job.
us up.